Streaking ahead is Tyler Toffoli, but is quickly caught, turned around, but he feeds Smith, and now Celebrini right to the net, and a tough stop to welcome Ilya Sorokin to the hockey game.
It's tough when the play's going one way, and then it stops up. It creates a bad gap for the defenseman, and these two guys, Smith, he found himself the second half of last season, and there's another look at it. A nice reactionary save by Ilya.
Barzal across for Duclair to the net, and Askarov in traffic with Barzal driving, and he took Dmitry Orlov with him. Alex Wenberg crossing into Islander territory, leaves that one off. Ferraro's shot is gloved and held by Sorokin. Up the boards, Celebrini had his stick lifted. Orlov finds him again. Celebrini out high, harassed by Heineman, then threw it into the slot. A couple of chops for Toffoli, and it's covered up. No, not covered up, and it bounced off the pad. He'll feed it down to the goal line. Wenberg shut off by Mayfield. Wenberg again. Hands off. It's Eklund with a sharp angle shot along the ice, stopped by Sorokin. Islanders get it up and out. Couldn't find a way to get it through to him. Gains the line, but then turned it over, and it's a 2-on-1 the other way. Orlov, he has a man in Gaudette to the net, and Sorokin gets it to stick to the pads.
Blue line and the brilliance of Matt Barzal last game made a play much similar to this, but that's the veteran Dmitry Orlov. And when you've got guys coming up the ice, that's why they say turnovers are so crucial up the blue lines, because you've got defensemen joining. That's the way the NHL's played. End of the clip there, that's Boquist coming back.
Still, he can score goals. Has one already this year. Sorokin comes up with save number 5. Puck still in a dangerous area. Skinner's off to a good start to the season. 3 goals already in 5 games for Jeff Skinner as Boquist has room to work. Kicks it to the wall for Duclair. Try to go back to the front of the net. Askarov makes his first save. Schaefer on the drop. Drouin, Palmieri, Barzal, and Horvat all together. Turned over at the line, and look out. Short-handed rush up the ice, tied to Landria. To Kraft, and he scores! Colin Kraft, a short-handed goal. And San Jose jumps out to the 1-0 lead.
Stand at the offensive blue line. Every team plays the same way. Make them make a play, and we're going to stand at that line. Just a great job by the Sharks, not just dumping that thing in. I thought Jonathan Drouin had an awesome beat on this thing. You'll watch him come into frame right here, and he's right there beside Kraft, and I thought he was going to be able to get a stick on it, but just a quick release beats Sorokin. And for the Islanders power play, you mentioned looking to find its footing, not the way you want to start the game, but you still got a minute and a half here as Patrick Waugh throws.
Barzal from the dot, nothing there. Letty watching him closely. The pass fed out for Schaefer right at the blue line. Barzal once again. He drives to the net. The backhand all the way through. They score! Bo Horvat again from Barzal and Schaefer. And the Islanders, after allowing a shorthanded goal, get it back on the power play.
Is forgotten. Matthew Barzal, he wanted Bo Horvat the whole time. Usually it's where Jonathan Drouin is in the middle of the ice, but disguising it a little bit. That's an unbelievable pass, and you've got a guy in Askarov who catches with his right, so it's a little bit different as a shooter, and Horvat picks up on that after that beautiful little saucer pass through the feet, but that hole sometimes isn't there when you're a shooter and you're facing a guy that...
Even in the game they won on Saturday against Ottawa, and they won 5-4. This is not a team that has historically won in recent memory by outscoring their problems. Right in front, they score! It popped right out to Casey Cizikas. And the Islanders with 2 goals in a minute 4 have taken the lead.
Giving up a whole lot. This is pretty fortuitous as far as bounces go. Watch this puck squirt loose to Cizikas right here. It goes, okay, that's young Sam Dickinson, but I love that from Simon Holmstrom in on the forecheck there. I think there's been talk about why is he not playing a little bit more? Well, he's going to need to earn it, and it's plays like that. I know it's a little bit of a mistake by San Jose, but if the stick isn't in...
Under 6 minutes to go now here in the first period. Islanders up by 1 as Sam Dickinson gloved it down. Kept that play alive at the blue line right in front. They move it over for Gaudette, and he scores. Islanders were an inch away from getting that puck out. It was gloved down by Dickinson, and it found its way to Gaudette for the goal.
On both sides, San Jose in a sequence before this gave up so many, and this is Cizikas not getting everything that he wanted to on that. And we'll talk about Sam Dickinson, the young blue liner for the San Jose Sharks. High draft pick. He keeps that in at the line, and look, I'll tip my cap to once again, that's Graf making the play. We talked about Gaudette, his ability to finish, especially from in close, but the Islanders got to clean it up. It's so to the San.
Pelech a chance to get it out. Does not. Bouncing puck. Will Smith twisting and turning off. Palmieri's skate and a point-blank look for Skinner. Pelech may have gotten a piece with a shin pad. Bo Horvat. Here's Duclair. Boquist. Left side now. Shabanov. Downhill for Anders Lee at the side of the net. Spun it to the goal. A little dig at it. It's in. The Islanders say it's in. The referee has not agreed yet.
Well, I think, Brendan, what's going to happen is they're going to find out when this whistle was blown. And you hear Anders Lee's going to get it and throw it at the net. Let's wait for the whistle.
I'd imagine that they thought he had it covered, but the puck was in the net.
The call on the ice is a good goal.
They changed the call on the ice to a good goal. It's now up for San Jose to challenge, but for the moment it's a power play goal and a 3-2 Islanders lead.
Well, Brendan, I think that that's going to seal it right there, because so often the officials will talk about when they intended to blow the whistle.
Here's one more look at it. We'll take a listen.
Yeah, puck's in well before.
After review, the call on the ice stands. The puck was in the net before the whistle.
Schaefer has some room to skate. He'll hand off to Barzell. Return to Matthew Schaefer. Over the line for Palmieri. Schaefer went to the net. Palmieri goes across for Duclair. Didn't get a lot on it. Schaefer scores! Matthew Schaefer. A multi-point game, and it's 4-2 New York.
He forces you to make the right play, and watch this right here. He gives it to Barzell, but with him going forward, he just demands it, and this opens up everything. A great chance for Duclair on the back door, but the instinct to Schaefer just to stay in there. Yes, you're a defenseman, but you got 5 bodies in there. You've got no threat of the other team going anywhere. Why not stick around? A nice feed from Anthony Duclair, and this kid's having fun. Islanders sort of kept everything to the outside. Just that high slot was there, but there's more dangerous things than that.
Breaking in, Kraft to the net with a tip up top, and Sorokin able to knock it away. Ankle of Drouin. Pops right back to his feet. Delandria, good look for Toffoli, and he hit one off the bar, and it stayed out.
Dangerous guy is always the guy coming off the bench. That's Toffoli there, 74-mile-an-hour flick of the wrist, but
and then a quick turn near the line, tried to force it to the net, didn't get a lot on it. Here's Smith behind the defense, Polak trying to catch up to him. Will Smith turns away across, and Dickinson, and Sorokin made the save.
He's off to the races. You talked about him, Brendan, 6th in Calder Trophy voting last year. He goes across to Dickinson, who's...
And now for Anders Lee. Lee muscles his way by. 15 seconds left. Mayfield, long-range wrister off the crossbar. Into the crowd.
Anders wins this battle, and he turns up, and watch this thing come through. I mean, I got to believe that Askarov... Okay, a little tip, I think, by Pat.
Shakir Moukmadulin also out, so 3 defensemen on IR. One of the reasons why they got Iorio off waivers from the Washington Capitals. Here's Orlov to the slot. Celebrini shoots and scores. Macklin Celebrini from just outside the hash marks rips it glove side on Sorokin.
The right intent, everyone's in the right spot, and this is the line that I said, just be ultra diligent when this line's on the ice. They're going to play a ton of minutes. Nice shot by Celebrini, and sort of the theme recently, that glove side, maybe that's the scouting report for teams, is on Ilya Sorokin, but a great shot there. And that.
Here's Pajot, he'll put it ahead, and Simon Holmstrom on a breakaway. Save Askarov. A shorthanded chance for Holmstrom. The play's offside now.
He goes back to the well a little bit. We've seen this beautiful move. He's got that long range, trying to get the goalie sliding, and Askarov.
Sharks trying to scramble back in. It went off Mayfield. Palmieri with the puck. He turned it over. Wenberg re-enters for San Jose. Wenberg, Celebrini, and a save from Sorokin. Underneath some bodies. One more shot, and there's a block by Anders Lee. 2 seconds and 1, and it's over. The Islanders have won 3 straight games